Hope you took a cold shower before watching this video. Bayonetta 3 on the Nintendo Switch. I have so much to say about Bayonetta's games. I've played them all, more or less. On this channel, I've played them all. I should also mention that. But we're going to start from the beginning, because this game is loud. But I'm going to let you re-experience the first 30 minutes I played of this game, which had no commentary, because I was playing this game for half an hour to kind of set the table. I want you to kind of re-experience what I went through when I was trying to play the first 30 minutes of this game, including, I skipped most of the cutscenes because they were obnoxious. But I'll let you sit through the cutscenes with me this time.
Bayonetta.
Japanese voice acting because, duh. It's an anime. Japanese voice acting with English, but let me just mention this. English and Japanese, those are your choices. Which is more than I can say for the original Bayonetta, of course. Which I believe I don't own the 360 anymore. I might still have the Xbox One version. I'll double check along with Vanquish. We'll worry about that later. Again, I always have something to say about Platinum games when I play them. Mainly because it's normally your jaw drops to the floor when you play these games, but let's just say that I have a slightly alternative set of opinions about Platinum games. We'll move along. Start from the beginning. I'll let the game speak for itself before I start running my mouth with all my commentary. Yes, we'll proceed. There's only one game you're only allowed to save one game at a time. Not going to complain about that. Just going to point that out. There'll be other things for me to complain about. It's worth noting that I played Skyrim before this game, so I'm not going to try and hold that against this game. Because one game...
死んだ父が話してくれた。人生に分かれ道なんてない。人はただ草をかき分けて歩き続け、その後ろに一筋のかすかな軌跡ができるだけだ。だけど不思議なことに、ふと振り返ってみると、その軌跡を以前も歩いたことがあるような気がしたり。まるで誰かが一緒に歩いてくれたかのような力強い軌跡が刻まれていることがある。真実は常に一つ、そう信じていたけど、もしかしたらどこか別の世界にいる自分があらゆる可能性を探求し、
Everyone everywhere all at once. Everything everywhere all at once. Yeah.
幾重にも重なって最も鮮明に浮かび上がった奇跡こそが真実として歴史に刻まれるのかもしれないと。
You got near in my Bayonetta game. Yeah, this music is very near. Very near Automata.
父の話は難解だったけど、なぜか幼い私の心に深く響いた。そしてその話を思い出すたび、 私は空を見上げて空想した。もしかしてどこかで別の私が私と同じように草をかき分けて歩いているのだろうか。
You can't die here.
私と同じ軌跡をたどって一緒に旅をしてくれているのだろうか。その空想はどんなアニメや SF 小説よりも幼い私を虜にした。そして成長した今も私は心のどこかで信じていた。いつか別の世界にいる父が私の前に現れて、昔のようにストロベリーのキャンディーをパッと出してくれるに違いないと。
Strawberry candy, what?
でも遠い世界から私たちの前にやってきたのは全ての希望を打ち砕く悪夢のような侵略者だった。
I'll be able to follow what's going on. I'm just mashing on the right trigger in hope that I'm dodging stuff. Remember, I can't die here. Dodge them.
いいえ、まだよ。
Didn't knock off her
どう
glasses.
したの？私の負けすら確定できてないじゃない。
Yep, didn't knock off the glasses.
まだよ。確定なんてさせない。
Okay, I just want to make this point. Everything I've gone through at this point is controllable, but there's no real fail state. So I can just sit here and just limply swing my fists and point my guns at them. We're not going to accomplish anything. Like I said, I think, are they trying to do like a Nier Automata thing at this point? Because the music kind of goes to 11 at this point.
先に私が私の真実で事象を確定してあげる。
Yeah. I was supposed to just walk around and do nothing for a minute and a half, I guess. There really wasn't anything I could have done at that point. So I guess it was a forced slow walking sequence, technically. You just have to let it play out for about 45, 50 seconds and eventually it just ends. Fine. Nope, wait, you gotta have the Christian imagery right here. Yep. I mean, why not?
行くな。お前にしかできないことがある。最後の超世界越境装置だ。
行きなさい。
She's not dead.
Viola! 行くんだ! あとは頼んだぞ。
シーガラさん。悪魔め。ちくしょう。必ず貴様の前に戻ってくるからな。
You know, I'm not really up on the lore of Bayonetta. All I know is that it has Joe Pesci, Black Santa Claus, and Jean. Joan of Arc? Jean d'Arc? I forgot what her name is in this game. Who's Bayonetta's blonde friend. So yeah, I'm a little bit dicey on the Bayonetta lore. Remember, there's only one game save you can hold. Did I turn on the naive angel mode? I want to say I did. There it is. Naive angel mode. Cute masking. Change some of the more mature depictions of the game into something a bit lighter. See if you can spot the differences. You probably can't see this. I think there's that's not a satanic symbol on the cigarette, is it? Because it basically looks like he's smoking a chocolate cigar, I guess. I'm not here to talk about the imagery in Bayonetta games. There's more than enough to say about the imagery in Bayonetta games. Now, what are the differences? Well, we're going to find out as we play through this part of the game in Naive Angel mode, because I'm a Naive Angel, can't you tell? Let's see, yep. You don't really need to know about any of this just yet. The game will sprinkle out a bunch of tutorial messages throughout the first hour of the game. Trust me, you'll see every single one of them. The combat will stop at multiple parts during the cutscene. Excuse me. The combat sequences will stop in multiple parts to introduce a new mechanic to you. If you played the first Bayonetta game where there were like mobs of enemies you had to defeat and then you would be a boss fight, there's way less of that now. It's mainly just a bunch of set pieces with very little actual, melee brawling going on. And you'll see what I'm talking about in the next half hour. Let's back out. So where do we go here? Well, I went here last time. What was this? That was the prologue. So what's this? This is the place I already went? Because I went to the bottom level last time. Practice mode. Oh, we don't have to go through any of this, and I'll show you why a bit later. Yeah, we don't have to go through any of this practice mode crap. Okay, we already saw this part. Okay, yeah, we already did this. So let's return to the chapter select. So basically that was the prologue. So now let's go to this part of the prologue. So yeah, we don't have to sit through all that again, do we? We can go for a higher... we can't go for a higher score. What else can you possibly do in that sequence that you haven't already done? There's no score to be earned. You can't really control anything. And you can't die. I mean, again, it was mainly just letting the whole thing play out. It's a somewhat it's a minimally interactive cut sequence. That teaches you the basics of combat, but doesn't really do much beyond that. The very basics. In fact, it barely even teaches you that. So it's just a prologue you kind of sit through. I think it should have just been a cutscene, but yeah, whatever. Could have just been a pre-rendered cutscene. For some reason, they want you to control tiny bits of the action sequence where you could not die. Sega on Nintendo console? Cats and dogs living together. You know, Bayonetta 1 came out in 2009, I want to say. And I remember in 2014, the prospect of a Nintendo console finally getting the spectacle that other console owners were used to was a huge deal. Because when Bayonetta... Hold on. Who was it? It was... Framing. Who was it? It was... Yeah, when Bayonetta 2 was announced, the idea was, hey, what if a Nintendo console had these AAA spectacle titles that all the other consoles had? You know, the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 had. And they never had that until Bayonetta 3 finally came out. Because remember, the Wii couldn't do a game like that. So for the first time in what seemed like forever... Hold on.
ああ、見りゃわかるだろう。雲一つなくパーッと晴れて最高の野球日和だぜ。それがどういう意味かわかるか？せっかく手に入れた開幕戦のチケットがお前に連れ回されてパーになった最低の日ってことだよ。ああ？お前何そっぽ向いてやがる。これを手に入れるのにどれだけ苦労したと思ってんだよ。うわーっとおい、いきなり何しやがる。うわ
それは気の毒だったわね。でもあんたが約束したのよ。面倒な仕事を片付けてくれたら言うこと何でも聞くって。
何でもって言ったって剣道が。
車を出して。
まだ連れ回すつもりかよ。一体朝からどれだけ車を転がしてると思ってんだよ。くそ、こいつまで機嫌が悪いときやがる。おい、無茶するなよ。昨日届いたばかりの俺の新車を。
はい、車を出して。
Yeah, that is a good line. It's like I said, the idea was that a Nintendo console was finally getting the spectacle that other consoles had been getting for at least a decade. I saw Terminator 2, I know what's up. They're in New York. Why are they listening to a Japanese radio broadcast? Why are they listening to a Japanese radio broadcast?
それがなんだよ。買い物だ、公園だ、今度は海が見えるところだ。はあ、さては待ち合わせ場所を忘れちまったんだろ。なんだよ急に。おい。おいおい。
頼む。力を貸してくれ。手遅れになる前に。
おい、なんだよ。まさか待ち合わせは明日でしたなんて言うんじゃねえだろうな。
いいえ、待ち合わせは今日この場所に。エンツォ、あんたはここで待ってて。いい？ここで待ってるのよ。一歩も動かないで。
一歩もってどういうことだよ。なんだよ。おい、ここにいろって一体いつまで待ってりゃいいんだよ。おい。
Kind of lanky, aren't they? Well, I want to improve those character models. Okay. Fine, sure. These are some early 2000s looking cutscenes. Well, at least early 2000s looking character models for the cutscenes.
まったく、あいつに関わるとろくなことにならねえってのに、どうして俺はすぐ弱みを握られちまうんだ。
The short and colorless.
雨か？いつの間にこんなに曇ったんだ。なんだありゃ。おい、上から光ってないつもろくなことが起きねえぞ。まあ、
Well, she said don't move.
女？なんだ、一体どこから落ちてきやがった。この顔どこかで見たような。うお、おい、
頼む、連れてってくれ。
なんなんだいきなり。暇じゃ。どこへ？うお、どいつもこいつも。俺はタクシーじゃねえんだぜ。
We'll play along. I'm not complaining about this part of the story necessarily.
What? なんだよ、この女か？こいつは急に上から降ってきたんだ。俺は知らねえ。俺とは何の関係も。おい。なんだ？あの女またなんかやらかしやがったのか。ああ！買ったばかりの車に何しやがる。ちくしょう。なんだってんだ。くそったれ、これじゃ車が出せねえじゃねえか。なんだよおい、嘘だろ。勘弁してくれ。カカもチビたちも待ってんだ。どう？ああ！ローダン！
早く逃げな。ツケを払う前に死なれちゃ困る。
That's basically his whole vibe. He's Black Santa Claus.
見ない顔だな。お前さん何者だ。
Welcome to Earth.
こいつは。
注文の品はもうできてる？
車に積んである。待ってな。
We have a bit of a mob to fight here. We'll make it easy. We'll just mash on the right trigger and then do some punch kick combos and make things really easy for us. Don't worry, there'll be an actual cutscene a bit later. There'll be an actual fight scene a bit later. Just have to wait for the cutscene to play out. Yeah, we'll just wait for the cutscene to play out. What about all of her other clothes? Like, you know, like the jeans she was wearing a second ago. Yeah, well, like I said, don't worry about it.
私結構この街気に入ってるのよ。下品なパーティーは他でやってちょうだい。
Well, it's on to business.
バレバレ。
There we go. So when you hit the right trigger with proper timing, you enter slow motion bullet time mode.
お見通し。
We're just gonna mash on the buttons. Hit the kick button in midair for a dive kick. Like that. And the camera keeps pulling away in the middle of the action sequences. I guess to set up a transition to the next sequence. Kinda makes sense. Out of bullets? I didn't use a single bullet, by the way. Oh well.
これだから安物は嫌いなのよ。
The dialogue's never really been that great in these Bayonetta games. We can be fair. We can be fair in making that assessment.
さすがに手を焼いてるようだな。
どうかしら。冷めないうちに注文したものをちょうだい。
ええ。ほらよ。
So it is like Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 5. Except the chick with the glasses is actually doing the fighting instead of making the toys. I can sort of skip this part of the action sequence, but yeah, I can. We're not going to do it this time.
Beautiful.
The vibe of the series has always been everything that's happening is really ridiculous, but everyone has to keep a straight face during the whole thing. That's the vibe. this cartoonishness is always met with, you know, like a shrug. And again, maybe that vibe might have been amazing back in 2008, but it's 2023.
だがうまくいくもんかな。今までのお客さんとはちょっと違うようだぜ。
Well, another boss fight.
Anta たち見ない顔ね。それじゃあ、とっておきの仮面舞踏を見せてあげるわ。
Let's mash on that right trigger. Hey! You broke it. Emperor Mistress can channel. I pressed the plus button, by the way. So, Bayonetta's a number of which, don't worry about it. Demon Masquerade attacks activate at the end of combos, delivering devastation. Okay, fine. Abilities granted by weapons differ. With color my world equipped, you can hold B and okay, whatever. We'll worry about that later. Double tap zero, moving with less from Demon Masquerade. Okay. Double tap? Okay. Like that? Oh, he does have a health meter. Which time? That's what I'm talking about. Dodge. He's not dead yet. Now he's dead. Oh, there's another one. Didn't see that one coming. Okay, Giant Bunker lightly behind cloud like missing the lake of bricks I never touched. Okay, fine. More stuff to dodge. Now, I'm about to die. Hold on. Yep, I died. I don't know what happened necessarily, but I'm pretty sure I died. Yep, back to where we were. Dodge. She said just time. Okay, those minions are gonna get in my case. Those minions are gonna get on my case. He's almost dead. Okay, I think I got him. I think I got him. That camera is way out. Like it's really pulled out. It's weird. I can barely even see Bayonetta in all this clutter. I can barely even see her. He's almost dead. I'm mashing on the attack button, kids. Like I said, it's no Blades of Time. This is no Blades of Time. It's too noisy and messy and hard to keep track of, which is a shame. Mash on that Y button. Mashy, mashy, mashy. Again, that's the rhythm of your typical Bayonetta fight. A lot of button mashing in between the button mashing. With some quick time events where you button mash. I got a gold. The last time I did this, I got a silver. So somehow I did better than last time. I have no idea how. I was just mashing buttons. So whatever. I guess I won. I performed more optimally than I did last time, even though it doesn't feel like it. Everyone gets a medal. No, wait, there's only been like one mob I've had to face. Every other fight I've had to deal with was either an unskippable, minimally interactive cutscene or a boss, or like a boss fight. Like this. Maybe with a few minions lying around, but no actual mob management. Just a bunch of boss fights. Which is fine if that's what you wanted.
大きければいいってもんじゃないのよ。踊りましょう。
Took a hit there. Press the right stick to lock on. There we go. I lost half my health, by the way. Just time. Okay, 3/4 of the way dead. Wow, somehow dodged that. Hit him in the ankles. Okay, I think I pressed a button I didn't mean to press, but hey, here we go. We got a climax. Just a second. He shows up eventually if you mash the buttons just enough, I suppose. I guess he was the finishing move. So I guess he was the fatality. These action sequences are always stupid and noisy. Just incomprehensibly obnoxious. That's my two-word review of these cutscenes.
魔界の連中にとってうまい餌じゃねえのさ。どうするベヨネッタ。それにしてもここまで荒れるとはな。
What is she? Never mind. Never mind. So when are we getting that PN03 sequel? Hideki.
おお、古代魔導術デーモンスレイブか。あんな術を使えるやつがまだいたとはな。
So she drops it like it's hot, basically. I mean, sure. I guess that's the reason it happened. You gotta summon if you want to summon a demon, you gotta shake it. Shake it like a salt shaker. Hold ZL to summon it. Yeah, so we have to hold ZL to summon and control an infernal demon. Release ZL to stop summoning. Summoning drains magic power, which is on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, just to keep that in mind. And summon once again once a set amount of magic points recovers. Move summon infernal demons with the left stick. The Bayonetta herself can't move, so yeah. There are some sequences where Bayonetta can't get close enough to an enemy, so she summons the demons to fight for her, basically. Press the buttons while summoning to make infernal demons attack. Press ZR to return the infernal demon instantly, depending on the circumstances. So, tutorial. That's what the plus button does. Okay, hold ZR, hold ZL. Then we'll just press, we're gonna mash on the Y button. Then we'll mash on the X button. Then we'll mash on the A button. And Mash on that B button.
飛べ
Then we're gonna let go to get rid of the character. That gets rid of him. Don't spend too much time worrying about that, because we're gonna go to the boss fight here in a second by pressing the minus sign. There's not much to it.
コラキソウ放て
I better move out the way before I summon the creature. Maybe that's the problem.
コラキソウ決めなさい魔力
Remember, I can't move, so I have to stay away from the boss.
バレバレよ
Okay, summon him back. Did the boss heal himself? I think the boss healed himself. That can't be good. Ah, thought I could dodge that.
コラキソウ
Or I can just mash his ankles myself. Sounds like a good idea. Dodged him. Okay, summon him again.
決めなさい
I got a kaiju. Your argument's invalid.
放て
Climb for the climax.
バーゴー
Again. Summon the hair dragon. Mash on that Y button. So again, what if you don't mash on the Y button? I guess you get a lower score. What if you don't do the climax? I think the boss just heals itself. I got a silver medal this time. Again. So, I mean, whatever. I got a gold the first time. I don't even know what I did. And what was that thing inside of the dragon's mouth? We're not going to ask. It was a very conspicuous shape. It was a very conspicuous design. Let's just put it that way. I'll just move along and not even comment on it. You don't have to fight them all, don't worry. I never said Bayonetta games never had good art direction. It's just incoherently presented. Pretty sure I saw them in the last Bayformers movie. I mean, they could have been. In fact, it will probably inspire some video games. It will probably inspire some action movies at some point. We'll see how it goes. Gotta have the heels. Gotta have the spike heels in this video game. If you're a female warrior without a spike heel, what are you even doing in this video game?
John!
無駄口は後だ。
Yep, time for another boss fight. I just tend to believe these games should have more connective tissue than they do.
行くぞ。
Like this feels like a bunch of set pieces sounding
魔の眷属。
it's no filler, but it's also like
何者かによって召
no
喚されている。
no individual cutscene seems to matter.
誰だ。
No individual
暴
fight
れて
scene
新
seems
顔の
to
連中
matter.
に聞いてみる必要がありそうだ
Okay, I'm canceling it.
コラキソ
So we gotta let that magic recharge. Careful. Yeah, I think it healed itself. Yeah, the boss might have healed itself. I let go of the left trigger, but the monster was still there. Not that I'm complaining. Don't worry, we'll bring back the kaiju in a second. Here we go. It's on. And the climax. Time for the climax. Time to initiate the cutscene and mash on that X button. Mash it. I didn't mash enough for a higher score, but whatever. I mean, let's assume it'll make a difference. Again, what's a lot of strategy to that? So I don't know what to tell you. I think there's one other cutscene after this. Yeah, there's one other boss fight stage after this.
John!
She's not dead. Release the Kraken. He's wearing jewels around his tentacles. It's a nice touch. Very classy. Will it not be said Bayonetta games don't have a touch of class? Of a sort.
やっと顔を出したわね、恥ずかしがり屋さん。ねえ、あんたの飼い主はどこにいるのかしら？
Okay, I can't get close to the boss, so I'm gonna have to summon the kaiju to fight for him. Did I take a hit? I can't tell. Hit him! Mash him! Whack him! Flash! Flash! Yeah, because I forgot to dodge. Okay, just a second. Yep, I dodged him. Bullets? Why even bother using my gun? I have a gun, why even bother using it? Dodged it that time. Mash him. Mash him. Mash him. He's not dead yet. Okay. Mash him. Mash him. Now we can do the climax. Yeah, I think I won. Nope, not yet. One more fight, one more stage. I missed. Like, and the camera's way too far away. I can barely even see her. Now, okay, now we're done. There should be a cutscene here. No, there's an interactive cutscene coming up in a second. A QuickTime event's coming up. Like I said, we're just kind of sitting back, just letting the whole thing wash over us, like a tidal wave, one could say. So much noise. See? I have no idea what she said. Help me, my God, I think is what she said. Fine. Why not? Let's have another minimally interactive cutscene. Mashy, mashy. I got the full score, hooray! I don't want to know what that image represents. That's okay. I don't want to know what that was all about. I have no comment about that image. It was a totally innocent. It was a totally innocent piece of imagery. Absolutely no mature connotations to it at all. I got a gold medal for all that, by the way. Like I said, I'll get a gold medal without even really trying, as long as I don't die. If I'm not dying, I guess if I'm not dying, I'm trying. I get the gold medal for. I get the silver medal just for trying and not dying, I guess. It doesn't feel like I'm playing optimally. It just feels like I'm mashing the buttons. But again, I've already made that comment. This game, the first Bayonetta came out before Blades of Time, and I've already been spoiled by Blades of Time. There are ways to do melee combat without just making it button mashing, heavy on the quick time events.
あんたが私たちを助けてくれるなんて気でも違ったの？
話がある。ここじゃなんだ、静かなところへ行こうぜ。
I got a gold. Again, the gold trophy with the pizzas. That's kind of this game's aesthetic. Just completely poker-faced nonsense. Poker-faced absurdity. I guess my clear time's a bit faster than the last time I played through this, which is okay. So now I get to save again. Okay, so that was the first hour of Bayonetta. What do you think? That was a lot. I think we can all agree that was a lot. That was a lot of Bayonetta 3. I personally think it's tiring and incoherently obnoxious, but you know what? It's a lot of spectacle, and if you want the dictionary definition of excess, there it is. I know there's an aesthetic to. I know people hate open world games these days, and they hate, character progression. They hate games that let you do things other than what's being curated and shoved into your eyeballs. But that's exactly what this game is all about. It's about curating all of the things and shoving them directly into your eyeballs, like just force feeding you, just thrusting all of the things directly into your eye holes, among other things. I'm ready to move on. I got this out of my system. I guess I can come up with other metaphors to describe what just happened over the last hour. So I'll just put it this way. You ain't that hot, Bayonetta 3. I recorded this on my Skull Candy earbuds into an audio splitter into my J5 Create USB-C capture device onto my Windows 10 quad-core laptop with the Windows 10 camera app recording at 60 frames a second. With some dropped frames I'm sure you would have seen during the footage. Maybe I'll play this game later. I doubt it. I think I should go back and play some more Skyrim. For the 2000th hour, I think that might be a good idea.